Hello everyone, welcome to Opportunity Attacks. This is episode 17 of our D&D actual play of Keep on the Borderlands. If this is your first time tuning in, you may want to start at episode 1 for context. The link is in the description below. Please like and subscribe so you will know when our next episode will be uploaded. If you've made it this far, I salute your dedication. I think it's time for a real quick update to freshen you up on the story. The heroes went to Olka to help their old mentor Bernard, who was having goblin problems. They tracked the goblins down to an abandoned building in the middle of the woods, which they were headquartered out of. After killing all the goblins, they found a note on the goblin leader. The note was instructing them to disrupt trade with Olka and the Keep on the Borderlands. After reporting their success to Bernard, they then went back to the Keep to tell someone about this note. They spoke with Talbot, the captain of the Keep on the Borderlands, who informed them they were also having similar problems with the road connecting the Keep and the towns of Kvothe and Aquitani. These two towns were in dire need of food due to this trade deficit. Talbot hired the heroes to escort a caravan to both Aquitani and Kvothe. The heroes made it to Aquitani and delivered their goods. Making their way back to the Keep, they stopped at the town of Kvothe and met a priest of Ogma named Livy. In his library, they found the remains of a Volo's guide. Inside of it was a map of the local area. They then went back to the Keep and celebrated the Festival of Green Grass. Not sure of where to go next, the heroes consulted their newfound map, on which they noticed a strange location deep in the woods, labeled as the Caves of Chaos. They then left to investigate this mysterious location. When they got there, they found a huge canyon with a waterfall and stream running down the middle. The walls of the canyon are dotted with caves, and the area appears to be teeming with goblinoids. They entered the closest cave and killed an entire tribe of goblins and an ogre. The neighboring tribe of hobgoblins came down and investigated the carnage, while the heroes hid. The heroes were able to piece together that there is some sort of truce between the goblinoid tribes. They then retreated from the caves to report what they have found, first to Livy and Kvothe, then to Talbot, the captain of the Keep. Talbot also mentioned that somebody named Pascal from Silvery Moon is coming to meet the heroes in about a week. They then went back to the Caves of Chaos and killed an entire tribe of kobolds. They then infiltrated the hobgoblins' lair, killing the entire tribe and saving a few human captives. They left the Caves of Chaos and were met by a messenger who told them that Aquitani was burned to the ground by a little fire people. They then went to Aquitani and found a superstitious Uthgard tribe at the base of the mountain. They then assisted Francisco in killing the fire people in the mine and a fire snake, who appeared to be summoned. Then the heroes went back to the Keep. The Red Wizards came back from the Great Worm Cave and set up a Thayan enclave outside the Keep. The heroes then went to Olka to help Bernard locate their stolen woodworking equipment. They crafted a plan to catch the axe thieves. The axes magically flew away into a strange glade, and down a hole in a large tree, where they entered a strange new realm. Alright, so where we last left off, the snails were slithering by fairly slowly, a nice slow walk pace. And they were walking, or slithering, or snailing is what we're going to call it. Snailing. Past the tree that you entered what you think may be another dimension or something like that. So yeah, you are... and of course, Keyleth was the one who was actually actively kind of at the door staring at these snails. So yeah, what do we...
Just real quick, we're still at the tree that led into this place.
Inside, yeah.
Okay.
And originally you guys actually went outside the tree, I believe, but now you guys have retreated inside the tree to hide from these snail things.
And, Darhill, did you relay the information of what you'd seen around the axes?
Yes, but I don't know if that was before or after
what you saw around the axes.
All the pixies.
That was before the
snails.
snails.
Okay, yeah, that was. Yeah, I did.
The floating axes he can embody through the axes itself, and they went to a fairy village, basically, is what he
what he saw, yeah.
For as hot-headed
For
as hot-headed as Toby is, he doesn't like this place. You don't want to be here. This is not what he's used to.
All right. So,
I also explained that we're not at home anymore. This is not where we're from.
I just stay hidden.
Are pixies easy to kill? I mean, what the hell's a pixie?
All right,
I
so
don't even know if
the
we
snails
know that they're
slither by,
Oh.
and I would say there's approximately 12 of them or so.
12 snails? I
Yeah.
thought there was 3 of them.
Oh, okay. No, there's three. There's three. I changed in my notes.
I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
leave them alone.
they
Let's
continue
do it.
on.
This is epileptic. We should probably get out of here as soon as we can.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that.
It's not somewhere where we
How do we stop them
should
from
be.
coming back?
Can we just burn the tree down? I like this plan.
That wouldn't be a wise decision.
Why?
On both ends or just the other?
I mean, both. Why not?
Because we could upset something unnatural.
Let's just burn down the other end then.
I mean, if we burn down their passageway, I mean, it's like caving in a cave. You can't come through the tunnel after you cave it in.
But imagine burning a cave that belonged to somebody that was way more powerful than you.
I mean, unless they can dig out a cave, a tunnel, then we're good. I mean, I'll be long gone by that time.
No, this is more along the lines of Mistra level.
Who's Mistra?
No, that's a major
Oh,
god.
thank
You know.
I'm glad somebody
Yeah.
actually ends up actually wanting to learn the wise teachings of Mistra.
I just don't know it. I don't need any of that hocus pocus.
Oh.
Well, then what's your suggestion then? Because we can't just let them keep doing their thing. Otherwise, we aren't getting paid.
The best possibility for us is to go back onto our own plane and possibly find someone that could communicate with these beings and or find a way to placate them. A druid would be our best bet.
Real quick, did you send an image of what you had seen,
Yeah.
or did you? Okay, so I know what they look like.
Yeah.
Well, the things are tiny as hell. Can't we just kill them? I mean, what the hell? They're like flies.
It's
mean-
not the tiny things that I'm worried about.
Well, I mean, the goat people. I mean,
They're not what I'm
I don't know.
worried
They look
about
like little
either.
pansies flying around with their little flute-looking things.
I can't put this any simpler than the fact that we shouldn't be here.
Oh, I can completely agree with that, but I want to get paid. So, how do we do this and still get paid, and not take like a year?
We were being paid?
Are we?
You were just doing it for your friend. He offered.
Oh
that.
shit. Well, for
He did
friendship
offer.
then.
For the favor?
Yeah, for the favor.
We can resupply them for the month. And if we come across someone who could do anything about this, we should probably try. I mean,
Is there a way that we can just lock this stuff up to where they can't get to it? Like, put it in a really big chest and just chain the chest to, like, 8 trees or something?
that could probably work.
I mean, can't we just heavily lock down their equipment at night?
I don't know what these small things are capable of, but that could work.
I mean, apparently they can... Well, I didn't see them take the axe, so... Well,
Yeah,
apparently
you were,
some of them
you were
can-
in the room with me.
I didn't see them carrying the axe, though, because they were just invisible floating
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
So. I mean... Well, something can lift the axes, so they're at least that powerful. Whether it's magic or they're unviewable, seeable. But, I don't know. We can try to lock it down. If it doesn't work, we can try something different.
Can always try next month.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, they're only taking it once a month, right? Beginning or
So
end of
far,
the
yeah.
month. Yeah,
So
so,
far
I mean,
it's-
we could just tell them to chain the stuff down, lock it up. Of course, where are we going to get a chest or anything like that? I mean, can they break wood? I mean, they can obviously put portals or passageways in trees. Would a wooden chest stop them?
Steel lockbox would probably be best.
We could put our money together and buy them one.
Yeah. DM.
Yes. What is your
What
point?
is the
They're really
what
loud.
what would be a ballpark price that we might have an experience of a coffer that large? That's
like
made
a big
out of
old
metal.
lockbox, basically.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty penny, but you can afford it. So,
Okay. So now, like, way
20
beyond.
gold is the absolute most I can imagine
Okay.
that would ever be. So, and that's at the absolute most, and that's like a huge locker that you would be able to put like saws that that you use to fell trees that you push
Oh,
back
wow.
and forth. I mean, I'm talking a big locker. At the absolute most, that's probably what you'd pay, but most likely less than that if you're just throwing axes in a metal box. So,
Well, our guy,
Such
the town, the little. Oh my god.
Olka.
Yeah, Olka. Sorry, they don't use the big bow saws, do they?
oh yeah, they have them.
They do have those.
They have them.
Okay.
They don't have them anymore because they have been disappeared, and those are the expensive pieces.
Okay.
So
Well, I mean, we could try it. It's gonna be kind of expensive, but it's, I guess, cheaper in the long run if it works.
Well, that's for the town to do. I mean, we can give them the information, but I'm not paying for nothing. I mean, I'll give them the information. That's what they need, is to know how to stop this. They don't need me to pay for them to be able to do that.
Well, I think of it this way. I mean, we're doing a favor to go stop this and kill the creature, resolve the issue. And instead of now killing and resolving the issue, we're simply buying to resolve the issue. So it's labor versus money. I mean, you're still like spending
And it's for Bernard.
for there. So, I mean, at 20 gold, that's a crap ton of gold. Yes, if that's what it ends up being. But I think if
How about we talk to him before we make any decisions about me spending my
Yes, and let's not have this conversation here.
oh yeah, we are just standing here doing this, yeah, aren't we? Okay, head back then.
Yeah.
Okay, we turn around and leave.
okay, you turn. You go down the route, the natural route ladder, and across to the natural carved out earth with roots growing throughout it. And then, of course, you go up toward the other route ladder, and there is no hole. Everybody who has an Arcana check or is actually proficient in Arcana, give me an Arcana.
Oh, we missed the window.
That's a 10.
It's most likely sealed. And I since you actually did hit 10, because that's the lowest number I usually give anything, is that portals oftentimes have to be opened unless they're like sustained through the actual magical device of the portal itself, which I guess the tree wasn't magical. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be as vague as possible with a 10, but it's not open.
Guess we're going to the Vera Village.
So, yeah, whatever device had opened it and fueled it is no longer active. Yeah, or around or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I guess we have no choice other than to resolve it now.
This is why I don't like magic.
It can be finicky, yes, I agree.
So how the hell do we get out of here? Even if we kill them, there's probably like an army of these things. And as much as I think I could bat them around for a while,
I wouldn't suggest killing everything in sight, that's for damn sure.
I mean, of course, there's nothing around except for you
Would
and
you
them.
consider them hostile?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, god damn it. That's a freaking, like, 7.
I vanish.
Okay. For like 6 seconds.
For 6 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
just going to sit there and stare at you because I know this one. I'll just be like, I fucking see you, alright?
It's like, well, you don't see me now.
Just keep doing it every 6 seconds.
And go back out the other side.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not going out. I mean, I'd rather have a plan before we expose ourselves.
I mean, to the tree. I was going to go check and see how far the snails went.
Oh. Oh, we could have... Never mind, I don't know that.
Yeah. We have to live by our choices. Yeah, I would go ahead and do what you're doing with the snails.
So I would say that probably took 2 minutes. So they're still visible, I would say. 4 minutes maybe at the most. So they're still visible. They're up there a ways, though. You can just kind of see the little humps of their back and their little backpacks that they've got that look very surprisingly like a Jansport backpack.
Can we ride them?
Yeah, you probably could. Actually, at this pace that they're moving, it really wouldn't be hard to like run up them and force yourself upon them.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Sounds disgusting.
That's what she said.
Slimy.
So yeah, what do we? And you say they're probably not even a football field away.
Do they leave a trail?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Like a slimy trail on the ground? Let's follow that.
I mean, is that what we want to do? Is ride the snails? I mean, where are we going after
No,
this?
like the opposite, where they came from.
Oh. Wait, can you see the axes anymore, or are they all gone?
Can I see the axis? I go ahead and try to view it.
You said the view
The axis.
Oh yeah. They're still in that fairy village, and they're put in the center of this dancing circle, and yeah, that's where they're actually dancing around it. There is a band of weird animals playing instruments, and a fairy queen looks like. She's wearing a very magnificent dress, and she is under a foot tall, and she's in the center. And everybody's dancing around her.
Well,
What do you think?
that's
Does it
new.
appear that they're coming from the way that the snails came from?
I didn't see anything about snails, but they
Huh?
do seem to have some kind of leader.
Good, something to kill that will behead the creature.
Hopefully not kill.
What are you doing, Ian?
So, actually, on that question though, as a nice side note, that made me think: were the snails heading in the direction that you sensed they were at?
Yep.
That's what I just
Yeah.
asked.
Okay, well, that's what I was
They were heading that direction.
reiterating.
We could follow them, like
They're going to the village?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we might as well
Going in
follow
that
them.
direction at least.
Oh, let's follow them.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm guessing we're taking stealth checks. Or are we staying way far behind to where we don't need to?
I mean, if they're leaving a slime trail, I mean, don't
No.
think we really need to. And plus, you can sense where they are anyway.
Just walking at a normal pace, we'll pass them, won't we?
What do you mean
Yeah,
by sense exactly?
Well, you know their direction, right?
I know the direction north.
Well, no, but you know where the direction of the axes are
yeah.
from our position.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You follow the slime trail, and so one thing that's very strange about this place is that you're actually taking it's 4 miles the whole way.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Okay. You continue on for what seems like about 4 hours, and you're still not there.
Are
But there's still-
the snails?
Snails
still-
are right. They're within eyesight. You're keeping eyesight of them, but not close enough to where they can see you easily.
How far away are the axes to me? Now.
The axes, you're about halfway there.
Okay, so we are getting closer.
You are getting closer.
Okay. I was going to say we might have to rate like the snails being a natural creature of this area, that they may not be disjointed by some magical environment thing that I would not be aware of as a non-caster.
I was about to say, it's like you all know an awful lot about that, don't you?
I would never think of as a character.
Yeah. That's weird. We've been traveling for what seems like 4 hours now, and the axes are only halfway.
Well, I mean, how far did they go originally?
We were only 4 miles away when I first sensed them, and now we're only 2 miles away after 4 hours?
How long does it normally take to go 4 hours? I mean,
So are you saying I'm slow?
No, it's...
we are walking at a snail's pace, literally.
Oh, that is true. We
That is
are
true.
walking behind
Yeah.
the snails.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you guys are walking at a very, very slow walk.
Okay,
Very
that
nice,
makes sense.
slow walk is what you're walking at.
But even after 4 hours, though,
It's a long time. That's a particularly long
The
time.
Average walk speed, a normal walk speed is about 2 miles an hour.
which would mean
Yeah.
8 hours.
Yeah.
But
or
you,
8 miles in 4 hours. It's been 4 hours.
Well, yeah, but if we're walking slower than that because
Yeah.
of the snails,
Even
then-
at 1 mile an hour, we'll be there in 4 hours.
well,
And
you,
we're only
you and your
halfway.
math, all right?
Now we're talking even quarter speed. Yeah,
It's a
It's
snail.
still not adding up. Durhill's very smart.
Well, I'm smart. I just have no wisdom.
Everybody give me I don't even know what a perception on time would be, but I think that'd be intelligence.
Exactly what time of day it is.
It's,
Oh,
I think
okay.
it'd be more instinctual.
And here, it's completely you have no way of telling, but you could tell internal clock.
Yeah,
is basically.
internal clock, yeah.
So you can tell you're getting closer. You're 1 mile. The next 2 miles take approximately 45 minutes to traverse, which and normally I wouldn't actually be able to. I'd have to have everybody else do checks with that. With you get the actual straight information. So everybody just give me a blank intelligence roll.
20.
So
20? Okay.
does the environment appear to be changing? Like, does it seem to get darker or brighter?
No.
Like a normal day cycle.
No, and it
19, my bad. 19.
yeah, this is a part of the check also. So
Okay. Well, that just what is this? Survival or?
Intelligent.
intelligence.
Oh, hey, I actually have
The only one who actually knows his bearings is Durhal.
19.
19. Okay. So for those who got a what did
I had a 10.
You had a 10? Okay, you didn't get anything. For those over 15, you guys noticed the time lapse of 45 minutes. You might not know exactly that you covered 2 miles, but you did. And for those above 20 or 20, I will give you 20. You feel as though you're walking in a circle. And for you, the north has changed. North has meandered, and it did so within about a 15-minute period, and it switched about 45 degrees.
And but the direction of the axis hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed at all. No. You're the only one that actually has a bearing on where something is, so you can keep things straight. Everybody else could potentially just walk in circles for.
Well, I'm curious. Does there seem to be an actual light source, or like a central light source in the sky, or is it all just like the same
twilight.
color across the entire sky?
Same
Where there's
yeah,
no
so-
like sun or anything.
There's no sun, there's no moon. It
Okay.
basically, just kind of a nice purple everywhere, and then of
Okay.
course those glowing orbs, which you never seem to get close enough to see, but they're off in the distance. So yeah, you guys continue on for the remainder of time, which goes by surprisingly quick. And up ahead, you see the snails actually entering in a glowing clearing, and you know where this is. You've seen it. You can tell that this is the actual clearing, and they have actually made it there. And they slither on in, and you're far enough to where you can see it, but you're not able to, there no perception checks. They can't get to see you. So yeah.
So where's the leader at?
I look into. I look into the axis probably about every 10 minutes or so
Okay.
during that trip.
Yeah. The snails come in, and eventually there's a bunch of stuff that's piled out of the backpacks, and those are like plants and herbs and whatnot. Nothing that you really recognize exactly, but you can definitely tell they're plants taken out of the bag, and then the snails basically just sit and rest for a while. You can tell that they're speaking, and you're not able to hear through it, but you can see that there is some way that they're communicating with the fairies, and the fairies bob up and down, and the snails will nod every so often, and so they're communicating. There is communication happening with all these people. So,
Well, while he was on our trek up here, though, he was checking his sensors every so often. So, was there anything he would have noticed while doing that?
no,
Before we
Any
got
changes?
nothing changes. They haven't even touched the axes. They're just in the center.
I mean, like,
Well, the leader would be probably. How far away am I right now from it?
Well, I'd say over a football field. I'd say a football field because it's pretty heavily wooded. So.
About 100 yards or so that way.
okay. So, what about the leader? Is
still
she?
there.
Is it she? Is she guarded?
She looks like a she.
Okay. Well, then probably a she. Is she guarded? I mean,
Oh yeah.
just kill her from the tree line and call it good.
No.
Why? I mean, I do like upfront and personal, but numbers. Numbers is a game that is very deadly.
This would be like walking into a civilization and killing their leader of some sort, a king. You don't want to do that.
You just don't want to get caught. That happens all the time back in the other place.
Yeah, by people with nefarious ends. We don't want to
Honestly,
come off
this
as
is a nefarious
those
leader.
type-
They're stealing axes.
It's often presumptuous of you.
Well, I mean, they have our axes.
We do. We can possibly get this without bloodshed.
Fine.
Does anybody else have any ideas?
You're nature people.
Your nature.
You don't you know anything about this?
These are fey creatures, not nature creatures.
Eh?
More magical than nature.
Okay, but I mean, there's still nature.
Well, what I can see from right now, they're communicating some way. Maybe
Can you talk to magical nature things?
language isn't a barrier for me.
Flying
Unfortunately,
people?
language isn't a barrier for me.
But I mean, do they have like brains that you can? Well, yeah. Do you have the mass to talk to in there?
I'm assuming.
Let's go for it. I mean,
I would suggest probably
Should we have a signal?
no. I would no. Durhill wouldn't know that.
Do we have a signal?
The signal is my mind. I can just send run at any moment.
Well, yeah, but what if we want to like turn it when things shit goes south, and we were like, oh, just stab him in the back rather than going run? I mean, he stabs lots of people in the back or shoots them. He's really good at it.
If we want to keep somebody back, we can.
No,
But-
I mean, if you can't stab him in the back if he's 30 feet away,
I can shoot him in the back.
fair enough.
If you guys want to stay behind,
Oh no, I'll be up there. I can't do shit from a distance.
well, I'm not saying you.
Oh.
I'm saying the other two that can actually shoot things.
I think maybe Tipperton stays back.
Problem
To-
is
to
you're going to be
shoot.
out here alone on a plane of existence. We have no idea.
Hmm.
He'll be all right.
I won't be able to find you. Or if you have an item on you I can borrow for 10 minutes, I can place a sensor to you.
Actually, that might be a good idea for all of us.
I could do that.
That might be wise if worried about getting split.
Yeah, let's do that.
Haven't you done this before? Of course, I don't like you tracking me, but
It was hypothetical, or no, it was theoretical. Sorry, wrong word choice.
you could have done that to those people that we were rescuing, so we would have known where they are and if they're dead.
You're really hung up on that.
Yeah, I am very hung up on that. Yes, we rescued those people only for them to have a glimpse of hope and then be killed, possibly, within a day.
We did what we could.
When did we reach level 3?
It was
that
after
before
the
or after
hobgoblin. So after the hobgoblin.
We hadn't rested yet, so we weren't level 3 yet. then.
No,
No.
you technically weren't.
Yeah.
No.
Were we?
I wasn't.
I thought we had rested at the crossroads.
I wasn't strong enough.
No. Can't go back and change it, so.
So what do you think, Tipperton? You want to stay out on the outskirts, or
That's fine.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna take 30 minutes for me to implant a sensor into one of your belongings
Okay.
that you would not lose at all.
In about 5 minutes, you notice your I don't even know if I call it a spell. I don't know what it's a
It's a
psychic ability.
yeah.
Okay,
Is it a
yeah, your
backpack?
psychic ability actually completes in about 5 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I chose my backpack.
So you would never have that backpack fall off of you ever.
I chose.
Well, you're not touching my nads.
I can't place it into people. I can only place it into objects. And as far as my other sensors, full 24 hours hasn't passed yet. Yet they're about to fail.
Well, then we need to do this quickly.
Like 5 minutes. It'll take me 30 minutes to do each one of you.
I choose my sword.
You're never gonna lose a sword.
Okay, just do my damn shirt.
Not while I'm in
if it's
here.
an object that is not physically attached to my body, it's losable.
Okay. I do his shirt.
Okay.
Everything's gonna be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just stripped naked and run through this.
I do his shirt. Tiberton and Keyleth, which one am I doing?
Sword.
Sword.
Shirt's fine.
Shirt. Okay. I lose my other sensor, I guess. But I
you only
do
lose
each one of
3 of
those,
them,
so
right?
it'll be 30 minutes.
Now you
Yeah,
can look
yeah.
through my sword's eyes as I push it through somebody's heart.
Ooh. Could you look inside?
That'd be
and-
weird.
Now, now, as far as the time period that
Could learn a lot
expands
about
on
anatomy.
on the other two, it's different. It's not 5 minutes, so it apparently has a
Oh, yeah.
fluctuation. So yeah, I would say about 10 minutes for the sword, and for the additional shirt, a total of 8. But it's better than 30 minutes.
Yeah. But, like, that wouldn't be normal for me.
Oh,
though.
not at all, not at all. Nothing's normal about anything you've seen so far. Everything is completely out the deep end. And you almost have to think: is time moving by this fast in the real world? What's going on, or is it?
I don't think that deeply.
Yeah, it's very heavily.
I have no concept of that.
After I'm done with the third object, I was like, that was quicker than I expected.
Guess you're getting better. Clap you on the back.
No.
No.
This is weird. Awfully curious, so. I haven't mentioned this, but time is a little weird right now, and also I noticed the poles are shifting. North is no longer north anymore.
I point in a random direction. He goes, "Isn't that north?" I have no idea what.
Does he actually get
location.
it right though?
Go ahead and roll a d12 on a 12. You got it.
Oh, jeez Louise.
And you know you're approximate.
Oh, that was close. No, it's a 10.
You're close. You're kind of shooting that direction, but no, you're not.
No, but you're awfully close.
Natural instinct.
Now, are you still able to see through the axes?
It takes 24 hours for the sensor to go away.
Yeah. You notice that there are boxes of or jars of honey being placed in the sacks of the Jansport backpacks of the snails right now.
We gotta get moving.
Okay.
The snails have it.
Following you, kid.
So where are you going to be waiting at, Tipperton, real quick?
Just keeping us.
And how far out are you waiting? As well, we're about a football field out right now.
And this is no structures at all, except for within the trees that are very large acorns that looks like they serve as houses. So yeah. And this is essentially where the large group of fairies are surrounding around. So yeah, are we approaching it, or?
Yeah. I guess we're approaching.
And who's approaching? Just you?
Well, no, all
Well, we were.
Tipperton's staying back. The rest of us
Which
are approaching.
direction are we coming in on?
Let's go ahead and have you over this direction, just because then. So we're gonna say you're coming in from this direction. So yeah, so you guys approach the glowing, strange, glowing tree area with all the strange fey creatures, and everybody give me a perception check.
13.
That's a 17.
18.
30.
And as you're approaching, you actually notice that the snails have fully packed up their backpacks full of honey jars, and they start actually coming your direction.
Do these snails have hands?
Nope.
Okay.
They
So
have to
other
have-
things are packing
other things
it
are
for them.
packing them. Yeah,
Okay.
the fairies are packing and the pixies are packing them.
Okay.
So yeah, and then they kind of start coming your direction.
Is this like a camp, or does this have like permanent structures?
There are small acorns, large acorns the size of your head that serves as like little houses for the fairies.
So it looks semi-permanent,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this looks like a permanent area.
but nothing large enough to really hide behind and obscure once you're in there.
No, not in the center. No.
Just the trees.
But yeah, the snails are coming right toward you. I don't know if you wanna.
Is this tree that I'm around climbable?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yep.
Is it hideable?
Now, when you climb it, it
Oh, yes.
stretches infinitely, and you
Yeah.
never reach the first branch.
That's the Fey law for you.
Are we hiding?
Acrobatics. 13 to climb up the tree.
Oh, no problem.
And then I'll make a hide check when I get up there.
Okay, go ahead.
12.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, the snails.
Should we hide?
I mean, if we're going to try to talk, we probably shouldn't, because hiding indicates bad activity.
I'm just hiding to give you guys cover.
Yeah, I mean, I'm following you, Daryl, because you're the one who talks.
I'm following you.
I guess I'm the one that talks. At least in here I do.
Hey, this is magic. I got nothing on this.
I'm now actually using my voice. Well, you want them to wait for us to, like, wait for them to come to us?
Well, I mean, I don't think the snails are coming to us. I think they're just passing by.
No, they're coming straight toward us. That's what you said, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but we
directly
followed
at
them
you.
in there. So.
Yeah, they're following their same path.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Want to wait for them to come to us or no?
I don't think it matters.
Okay, let's move up then.
Okay, we move up.
Okay, you're going directly in front, like toward the snails.
Towards the snails, yeah.
All right, so you go directly at the snails, and the front snail, his eyes pop out a little bit far, and he kind of looks up ahead and he stops, and you hear a click. You're not exactly too sure what that is, and then you hear a whoa, 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 whoa. That's what you can hear. The one of them completely turns its head around and then turns back real quick, and then its eyes go into its head and then pops back out.
Excuse me, might have something of ours
Are you talking to the snails?
in common, yeah.
It looks back at behind it and it goes, oh, 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 oh. You can tell it's talking. It's just not talking in your language at all.
Okay. I start doing this to my head. I point at it.
When you point at it, its head just goes woo right underneath, right into its shell. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You hear silence for about 5 seconds, and you're used to the silence. With people that aren't used to this, definitely always completely stay silent.
Yes. Who is this?
This is the boy that's in front of you with his finger on his head.
You're not gonna cast a spell on me, are you?
No.
Then don't point a finger at me.
I was merely showing you that I was trying to communicate with you.
Oh, well, you did cast a spell on me.
His head pops out slowly, and he kind of approaches a little bit.
This is also being broadcasted to everybody else, too.
Okay.
Anybody that I can see, which...
Are they like?
I would know his general location.
Are they the size of a horse, approximately?
They're way bigger than a horse. They're like gargantuan boulders. I think.
Oh,
yeah, these things are
wow.
massive.
I was thinking like horse-sized. Okay.
Taller than that. Two horses stacked on top of each other is the height of these things.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was
That's about the size of them.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah.
But if you must excuse me, I don't know the language that's spoken in this place. This is the only way I could find to communicate with you.
Well, that's okay. Can I go around you?
Actually, I was hoping to talk to you specifically. You seem to have something that those tiny creatures have taken from us.
I didn't steal anything from
No,
you.
Not you specifically, but the tiny creatures that packed your bags.
Oh,
They took something of ours and were not from around here.
well, I see that.
I was hoping if we could get those items back.
Well, I'm okay with that, but you're just gonna have to ask them. That's not mine.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Magicent.
Magicent. Where would that be exactly?
Well, technically you're in Magicent. I'm going to Queen Mahogany Bird Splash's castle.
And where is that?
It would be really hard for me to describe the direction, but you can follow if you want.
You don't need to describe. Your memory of it, placed into me, can tell me.
He says, well, I'll try that.
And he roughly does it. Now, the thing about this is how he describes getting there is just absolutely nonsensical. There's a time where he actually crosses his own path, goes... I mean, it's just... There's no straight lines at all. It's a loop-de-loop. There's a part that looks like he goes into a spiral, kind of, and then kind of veers off. It's nonsensical. But yeah, he does tell you how he gets there. And he shows you a picture of it at the end, which is a very small castle, one that you could probably, like, maybe crawl into, but you probably get your shoulders caught in the door.
Funny thing is, I'll remember every single direction that he says. What are the creatures here called?
Well, I think you would call me a snail.
Actually, I've been very rude. What is your name?
What do you name a snail?
My name is Sonia.
My name is Durhale.
It's good to meet you. Just one moment.
And he turns his head completely around and goes, well, to the person behind him, to the snail behind him. They kind of go back and forth for a second, and then he says,
sorry about that. I had to explain you.
Okay. Do you mind waiting here a moment?
Well, I actually have to get going.
Do you know whose name that is? Of the one that seems to be in charge here.
I relay it.
Okay.
Her name is...
Get rid of it.
It's Finch Easy Breeze. That's what it is.
But she is
And
pretty
she-
easy.
She is the queen of the fiefdom of Lorient. That's where you are, technically.
Thank you.
Would it be easy to request an audience with her, do you think?
I relay it.
She's right over there. Now, I've really got to get going, but if it's faster for me to turn around and present you to the court, I can do that.
That'd be much obliged if you
I would
could.
very appreciate it.
The Sonia, the snail, talks to the snails behind him, and then they talk for a good little while, and then eventually he, the snail, goes,
Follow me.
and the other two snails stand there, and give me a wisdom check on these other snails. The DC is very high. It's 20-ish.
What are we?
That's a 22.
All of
22.
us, or-
You don't know, but you swear that these snails are angry. These other two snails, you're picking up on weird energies, but they seem kind of pissed off. Now I can actually give my entire direct.
When I pass them, I telepathy into their mind. It's like, I thank you for being patient.
This is a voice in the back of your head.
As you approach, you begin to see many strange sights. It's a battery on your senses. The small opening in the dense trees is lit by glowing orbs of pure white light that slowly bob and weave around. Hanging from the trees are large acorns the size of your head, which have been fashioned into little houses with tiny windows and doors. It seems as though you have interrupted a party of sorts. Lovely music is being played by a band consisting of a cat-sized cricket playing a violin, a large bee playing a kazoo, and a dog-sized centipede playing a dizzying set of a dozen or so small tom-toms. They play a strange and yet catchy tune. The little fairies and pixies flutter about dancing. On the outside of the dancing circle prance satyrs who seem to have too much to drink. In the center of the clearing is a small conga line of caterpillars with backpacks that shoot out bursts of glittering dust, which are timed with the rhythm of the music. Twirling a circle in the very center is a fairy in an elaborate dress, waving a wand like a conductor. All right, yeah, you enter in, and the snail goes whoa 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 to everybody, and everybody you can hear they have little chirpy voices that are in a language you don't know, and the chirpy language eventually everybody kind of dies down for a moment, and he goes whoa 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 whoa, and he looks over at you and he says, what's your name?
Durhale.
Whoa whoa whoa. And the fairies stop dancing, which is very strange. The leader comes over decently close to you and starts chirping at you in a weird language.
Is this a pixie?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I talk to Sonia. Sonia, if you may, can you translate that I will talk to her via her mind?
Sure.
Any sort of agreeance of some sort?
Oh, she's fine with it. She doesn't know how you're going to do it, but...
I telepathy into her mind. Greetings. What was her name again?
Finch.
Finch. Easy Breeze.
Yes. That's me.
As Sonia has agreed to announce me as Durhale, my name.
You're from the other world, aren't you?
Yes.
You've come for your axes, I bet.
Yes.
Well, you can't have them right now.
Why is that?
Well, you're going to chop down our house.
You mean the tree, and I show her a mental image of the tree that we entered.
Oh, that tree. I don't see that tree coming down anytime soon. That's pretty far away from where you're chopping. It might take a few years or so to get to that tree. That is a special tree, and I don't want to see that harmed. But no, this village right here. You're going to chop down this village.
No, we would never.
No. Well, follow me. And she chirps at something really, really fast to the group of fairies.
By the way, where's Tipperton?
In a tree.
He's in a tree,
yeah.
hiding back there. I mean, imagine he can see us.
Has his sensor moved at all?
Nope.
Okay.
And so she says, "Follow me," and 5 other pixies go along with her in kind of a little entourage, and they fly about 7 feet off the ground or so, and they go.
I think Sonia. I mean, can I just communicate directly, or do you have to?
I have to relay it. I'm the conduit, pretty much.
I mean, but can I think and you send it, or just
I can relay.
Yeah. Well, I thank you, Sonia, for introducing us, and I'm sure that you must be on your way soon.
I will. I'm guessing you're not gonna be at the bee jousting.
Sounds really interesting.
I say it back very awkwardly, like, bee jousting?
Bee jousting.
Well, I don't say it back to Sonya. I relay it to him, and it's just like, bee jousting?
No idea. I don't know. It sounds entertaining, but we have business to do.
Good luck.
And she turns around. Are you following her? And the party continues without her. It's just they continue dancing in a circle, and it's like they looked over at you guys, and they didn't really seem too concerned, actually. All right. So you follow Finch, Easy Breeze down. It's. Let's see what direction would that be? That would feel as though you're going to the west. No, to the east. To the east. So you go a little bit to the east, and literally 8 football fields away or so. You know, it's a decent amount away, and then you come to a clearing.
On our way, I have a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
So you see us wandering off.
Where are we exactly? Like us, not your area.
And you're asking Finch this?
Yeah.
She says, well, I call it home. I don't know what you want me to call it for you.
Okay.
I definitely don't live on the same plane as you do, and
I've noticed that. Ever since I've been here, time has been weird, and I noticed your poles shift.
No. That's how it's supposed to be. No, time is very strange when we go to your land.
Okay.
And she says, I have no intention on stealing your, and I would never cause harm to anybody unless you actually do chop down my forest. But eventually, you get to the clearing. Everybody take an intelligence check.
Well, at least it's not a negative. Hey, 15.
15 for me.
Okay.
That's a 17 for me.
Okay. Well, and one thing I'll give you is this. Wasn't quite high enough to find it, but to get it exactly. But you do come to an actual very large opening and a clear cut. And she says, well, you guys caused this, and you have to understand that changes on your world affect my world, and you're dreadfully close to my village.
Oh.
Well, and I have no intention on stopping you from chopping down trees. It's not that at all. We even do it ourselves when we need to, which is very rare. And our trees that we chop down are very, very small. But we can't have you chopping down our village, and if so, we will have to hurt you. And that's not meant to be a threat. That's self-defense.
I understand.
Is there a way that you can tell us how to not chop those trees down in our world that correlate to your home?
Well, and so in my original description of the area, there are these trees are actually a lot larger in this area, and they're significantly taller. And she goes, "You'll know. Just poke around, and try not to clear cut. Why are you trying to destroy the entire forest?"
I pretty much relayed to her, like, how our society would work and why we would.
Okay, so basically to clear farming land and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Farming land and lumber and business that comes through them.
Yeah. And as far as the how Olka is using its territory, it's not using it for farming land right now. And of course that would take a long time for those roots and the tree stumps to be taken out and everything. And she says, well, I wish I could relay how we live. I guess you kind of saw it. Now, we're going to have to come to some sort of agreement.
Yes, we do. What I could propose is you come to our plane about once every month-ish or so. She doesn't understand the concept of time. I'll explain it to her if she doesn't.
She's like, yeah, that's how it works here too.
Okay. Just as a byproduct, just make sure she understands. Instead of taking the tools, you instead make a mark of where your territory is, and we can come to an agreement with those on the other side not to clear that way.
Oh yeah, we can do that. That'd be easy.
So you can still come out once a month and do what you need to do. If you leave the tools alone and instead mark the trees of not where to cut, we can possibly convince the people of this town not to go that way.
No, yeah. We'll tomorrow we'll come on out.
Okay.
Why do you say wait a month?
No, it's in your monthly thing that you have been doing.
Oh no, we've been coming every day. This is urgent.
Oh.
Someone's missing a delegation.
Well, time for us is much different, and talking with you has definitely enlightened me on that subject. What's happening to us on a monthly basis is happening to you on a daily basis.
Oh. Well, I can show up. I can open that portal 2 times a day is how many times I'm able to cast that spell. Now, I've used it once already. Now, I can send you guys back if you want.
Yes.
But I can only do it once, or we're going to have to wait another day, which is, optimal sometimes. But
let's try not to do that. But if we can get our Safeway passage there, that'd be amazing. Is there any way we can take the axes that you took from us today and return it to the people?
Sure, just as long as they're... And I will check up next tomorrow to see whether you've done this or not, whether you've abide by our agreement. So yeah, and we will... when I open those the gate up, I will definitely... let's see what sort of... how should I mark the trees?
I'll leave that to you. You would definitely know how to mark a tree better than I would without desecrating it itself.
Well, I was thinking about... Well, I just don't know what would catch your very large eyes. That's the problem.
If you are able, you could try to change the color of the tree.
How about I leave a very small circle of leaves out in front of the tree?
Due to weather patterns, that probably won't be.
Oh. How about I surround the trees in little rocks?
A temporary thing. If you do it every month, that could be possible. Well, a month in our time.
Okay, yeah, we can do that every day. It's no problem.
Could you mark the tree?
How about next month that you come in, you meet with the people of that village? Is that possible? And then we can mark them for you.
That would... I don't relay that yet. That might be an issue with the people of Volca.
Why?
If you haven't noticed, most humanoids of R are not so susceptible to meeting people from other areas. In this case, plane of existence.
We can prepare them.
The masses are asses.
Finch goes ahead
and has to know.
And says, "Let's go ahead.
Just tell the foreman.
Let's go ahead and turn around. Let's go back and we'll feed you, and then we can take you back to that tree." You guys continue on back and talk as you're going.
Can I grab a friend of mine first?
Well, sure.
Okay.
Tipperton, go ahead and give me a perception check. It's a very high number. Okay. So yeah, you guys enter into the village, and everybody else, I guess, give me a perception check too. He was just the first that would be able to.
17.
17. Okay.
3.
11.
No, nobody sees it. And go ahead and so you guys were coming in from that direction. So go ahead and put your guys' behind kind of at the edge of the map or so.
Behind her.
And what we'll say is you're actually and at the edge of the map, like on the outside of the map. So and you're able to kind of perceive this. I'll go ahead and explain it to Tipperton because you'd actually see something different. So all of a sudden, in the center of the dancing fairies and everything, jumps a very, very large toad, and I mean a large toad meaning it takes up 4 squares, and begins to actually eat one of the fairies. Actually sticks out its tongue, goes whoosh, and grabs the fairy, and then pulls it into its mouth, and everybody freaks out and starts running for the trees. Is what ends up happening. Fairy dust starts flying, and that means they're casting spells, basically. Starts flying everywhere, and everybody roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you run away. This just... No.
So, of course, basically, you guys are 1 turn from entering into the actual fray. So I'm assuming you're running at full clip to get there.
I first asked her, is that normal?
she said, well, she can move a lot faster than you guys can. And she says, no, it's not. And she goes, and she starts bolting toward this direction.
Okay, I move my full movement up there, and if I can cast the spell, I will.
So you enter the map on a double move.
Should we shoot?
I think I have a range of like 120 feet.
Oh yeah, no. If you want to, you're able to.
I relay that to you guys.
Okay.
How big is the creature?
It's considered a large creature. It looks like a large boulder. You can see now that it's moving around. You can see that it has super camouflage. So yeah, and it is. So let's go ahead and just get a. Actually, I have a square base here. Boom! And when it landed on the caterpillar with the tom toms. It just went go-goosh, and it destroyed the tom toms.
So this just looked like a. Well, I guess I don't see it, but
A very large toad. It's just a normal looking toad.
normal looking toad doesn't
Yeah.
have like horns sticking out of it.
No,
and stuff.
just a normal looking toad. It looks, camouflaged as a toad would. They look like little rocks a lot of the time. So yeah.
Where are all the pixies at?
The pixies are flying about frantically and. Yeah,
All over the
casting.
place.
And once we get in actual range to see it, but yeah, it would be first Durhel and then Tipperton.
Am I within 60 feet after moving 30 feet?
Oh, after
I think
moving
you're within
30.
60 from now.
So it would be 60. It's 60 from the original point of where you are. So you are off the board by 60 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is a full double move will get you on the map. First square. So then add 60 to that.
We're 110 feet out because the map's got 50.
So, okay. I'll make a double move then.
It's going to take me an entire combat to get there.
All right. Yeah, you're a little bit more, I guess, a little bit less.
I
All
can
right.
get on the board.
Tipperton's on the board. He stayed back.
I'll go ahead and cast a spell and make a shot.
This is where I wish 3rd edition was. Oh, ouch.
With advantage
11.
if you're hidden.
Oh, yeah, with advantage, you are hidden.
Yep. It doesn't know you're there.
Ooh, nice.
24 to hit.
Oh, yes. That definitely hits.
Strength check.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It's entangling strike.
Okay. And so is that a magical ability, or is that...
I'm casting the spell, and then the next time that I hit something, it's a concentration check for me to hold on, or a concentration for me to hold on, and then they make a strength check, or they're wrapped in vines and can't move.
Okay.
And then they take 1d6 damage each turn if they stay that way. But I'm assuming he'll be able to get... Oh, he gets advantage since he's a large creature.
Okay. Now, I guess I'll roll and see. And what was that based off of strength?
Yeah.
So that'd be 15.
Yep, he breaks it. But he still takes 6 points of damage from my arrow.
Oh, from the arrow, and that's for sure. So we got 6. All right. Next turn would be Keyleth.
All right, I'm going to make a full move and then a full dash.
Oh yeah, you can.
And then
do
I'm
that.
going to take a shot. And this is surprise, right? So I get advantage for my...
Yeah.
14 to hit.
That misses. That is close-ish. So yeah, the arrow whizzes by, and the fairies. It's like the fairies dodge the arrow as it's coming out like a bird would. Now we're gonna go to Tobias.
Could take it.
Wow, okay, well, double move gets me 50 feet up, so I'm still 10 off the board.
All right. That's all we got.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I can do.
Go back to the top with. Oh no, it's Frog. Frog got bottom initiative. So you're still hidden, and you had a 12, right? Or does hiding go away after?
You lose hidden status.
Lose hidden status. Okay, no problem. So it saw 2 people shoot at you, but only 1 hit. So
Distance can he cover?
What was
let's
the
see.
entire distance?
It has 2 different.
one hop.
It has hop, and then it has a move distance.
No,
So-
hop is nasty because that's probably what. Yeah, you land on them. How high up that tree are you? Probably a good thing to establish.
10, 15. And it goes ahead and hits you with its tongue attack. It gets a plus 10 at 27.
Yeah.
It
Plus
does.
10.
You could
Yeah.
roll a 1.
Well, it's a tongue. It's a.
Would you consider him in cover since he's in the tree?
That's
I got a
oh,
27.
I guess that is true.
I got a total of 4.
3, man.
4, 5, 6 damage to you. And so basically this gargantuan tongue, it is basically like somebody punches you, is what it does. And apparently it's not sticky, or at least it doesn't have it activated, because it just goes, go, go, and it hits you and almost kind of jars you from the tree for a second, but it's looking right at you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me and this is an intelligence check on for the magic. I guess let's know it's wisdom, since you're a wisdom-based character, I believe.
15.
15. That was the target number. Okay, so you could tell that vine, the magic that was working, that you cast on it, had no effect on it. It seems to have an immunity to magic, from what you're gathering, and of course, these cat fairies probably cast 30 spells on this thing in just that one first turn, because that's all they do. So. Where they can attack with their 1 damage from their little tiny knives. So yeah, there we go. We're gonna go back to the top of Durhale.
I mean, that would be 30 hit points.
Move 30 feet. See if I can get in range of it. I need to be within 60.
And able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Right.
Intelligence saving throw?
Intelligence. 18 base, but I have a -2, so 16.
It still passes. Do you want me to roll damage?
Is it magic? It actually has to be.
Technically, yes, I do believe.
Yeah, it's
hold on.
magic.
Oh, psionic is considered magic.
It's psychic damage. It's not psionic.
Oh no.
He's still casting spells.
Oh, so he is casting
Yeah,
spells.
it's still
Okay.
kinda-
Well, there's no material components whatsoever to my spells.
It's
Let
like
me
they're
look
still
it up.
spells.
That's
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
uses
thinking.
magic in
Still
order to.
considered
It
a
uses
spell.
the weave.
Oh, if it uses the weave, yeah, this thing is actually completely and utterly immune to all magical effects, which makes it incredibly deadly in the Feywild, because everything casts spells in the Feywild, even the snails. They didn't cast the spell.
I'm gonna
but
look
they
it
do.
up on my.
Yeah,
thing
see if
here.
it does, and we'll just remember that.
We'll remember it.
But let's go to the next person, which is
Just
Tipperton. Yeah.
Just in case that it is magic based,
Uh huh.
I tell the others it's like my magic has no effect on it. Just in case it actually doesn't.
I missed.
Okay. Going to the next person's turn is Keyleth. Are you moving up? I'm guessing too.
Yeah. 15 to hit.
15. The AC is 16. You almost got it. All right. It's
I
Toad.
go up behind him.
Toad or Toby?
Sorry.
I know. Oh, I know. It's. I said it's a Toad, but it is Toby's turn.
Oh. Okay, so I'm 50 feet up, so I'm 10 feet out. I'm going to cut diagonally, because I'm assuming I could see the thing run. So I'm just going to go 50 feet as far as I can. So 10 feet to get on.
I would have to say, probably from reading just this excerpt, like on psionics. As a student of psionics, you can master and use psionic talents and disciplines. The rules for which appear at the end of this document. Psionics is a special form of magic use, distinct from the spellcasting. Yeah.
So I would probably say it does count as
Yeah.
magic.
Okay. So there we go.
Okay, and now that I'm like right next to the toad, I'm weapon out. Gonna yell. I'm just gonna yell like just rah at it and try to look big, and I'm gonna puff up and try to look intimidating. And I'm gonna. Okay, can I rage at the end of my round and not lose it at the beginning of my other? Because technically you lose it at the end of your turn if you don't take damage or attack something.
You lose it at the beginning, or you said
At the end of your turn. So if I raged after doing all my actions, if I didn't take damage by the end of that turn,
Technically, it's still considered your turn. So
okay,
technically,
so-
you'd do it, and then it would end. is how
yeah.
it would
Okay,
end
so I
up
won't
doing.
rage then. I'll just do that and I'll yell at it.
All right, so then it goes to the toad's turn. 5, 10. You haven't done anything to it, really.
I yelled at it and I have a sword.
Yeah, and it being in the tree, you can't
16.
jump on you.
Oh, never mind.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that. Well, I didn't know it could do that. Oh, it's not doing it to me.
It's because it can get 2 for 1 special.
Yeah. Apparently this thing's
It lands on you. It has a 50-foot jump, is what it does. So go ahead and give me an athletics. No, okay.
It's acrobatics or
So
dex save.
Well, it's considered a dex saving throw to avoid. However, it still hits you. Basically, either you land on it or it just slaps you with its hand. So there's 2 different damage types.
Yeah, it's just like bullets.
And I guess let me try to hit you first, because you never know, I might not hit you. Here's going to be on Keyleth.
You have to roll to hit.
Yep, yeah, still have to roll to
okay.
hit.
The bullets just straight up fucking hit you.
Well, and I mean, this is for the actual damage, of course.
What'd you?
I missed both, but however, the crushing damage is its own thing. The crushing damage is an automatic. The actual hit with its hand is another one. So what's our dex checks?
11.
11?
14 back.
14 gets it. 11 does not. You take 2, so it doesn't do its actual slap hit or its smack attack. I need some dice over there. All right, so here we go. 2d8. 5, 6, 7. 7 damage to Durhale. Then that's all it can do, and it's actually on top of you. However, now you have to take athletics or a what's the opposite of athletics? Acrobatics check, your choice and that's on your turn to escape. Now we're going to go to the back to the top with Durhale. So go ahead and give me a
14.
14. That passes. You manage. So you're right beside him now.
Did that use his action, or is that just to move out?
I'm not under him, am I?
No.
Yeah, does that
And
give
you
my
get to
action?
choose.
I want to be on the other side.
I will say that's your. You can either say it's your movement or your action. So
For death.
choose which one you want.
All the way around.
You can't. You move 5 feet, so that would put you there.
Oh, for the dex. Oh, gotcha. That's fine.
And
that
you
would
get to
be
choose
my
this-
action.
Okay. You get to
Yeah,
choose
you can
the
only
square.
move 5 feet adjacent to where he is, so he can't be under the toad again if he's saved.
I'm going to wrap around the toad and pull off as far as I can.
It's an attack of opportunity with its tongue.
That's fine.
A 20 because it has a plus 10.
Oh, geez.
I will go ahead and use my all-around sight. In response to an attack hitting you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on that attack
Okay,
roll.
cool. I got better on that one, but it only does 8 damage.
Ouch.
That's a hefty amount. All right, now we're gonna
It
go
was 7
to
that first time, right?
Yes, I believe so. Back to the top with, or I guess with Tipperton now.
I'll go ahead and make a shot at it.
Missed. Okay. So that would be Keyleth.
Rapier. God damn it. 14.
14. That does miss. Is that all we're doing?
Jeez, man.
Then it's
Actually, no, I'm going to fuck off too.
and it can't do its. You
Yeah,
have,
you don't even have to
disengage.
disengage.
you don't have to disengage even.
He used his attack of opportunity on me.
Yeah, it can only do one.
So technically, you could dash.
You
on
could
it
just
if you wanted
run
to.
away. However, you probably want to watch out with Tipperton and not stand beside him. That
I
would
mean,
be
you
bad.
could.
I mean, you could. I'm just.
You know,
or, I mean,
strength in numbers.
Or any of them, don't.
Now
yeah.
I'm going to dash over to you.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna go for it.
Not far can I make it.
That's 30. That's a
I can
dash.
move and dash, so
Yeah.
I'll just get behind.
Behind?
Yeah.
Behind. Yeah, don't move me. I can barely make it to him.
All right, Toby's turn.
All right, so rage. I run up reckless attack, and yeah, that's all I can do.
Excellent.
Fucking fuck. Okay, I was a 13. I missed.
Missed. All right. Then we're going to go to Frog's turn. You're right up in its face, so...
I am, and I swung at it that time.
Now, if it does a jump attack, you would get a straight up an attack of opportunity.
Least threat.
And this is even if it does the jump on you, because it's jumping up in the air. But definitely go ahead and... I don't know where I'm going to land first, but go ahead and give yourself an attack of opportunity.
Natural 20.
Oh, go keep rolling.
I'll take that. Yeah, medium damage. Okay, 6 plus 4, so 10 damage.
Don't you double
wait,
that?
no, I doubled it down. I'm sorry, 6, 12 plus 4, so 16 damage.
16, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that. I was like, wait a minute, 10 damage on a crit? Fuck.
4, alright.
And then I yell at it again, come back here, you giant frog!
High and low.
Girl. God damn it.
Alright, go ahead and give me my...
19.
Well, you passed that. So it just gets an attack on you, and you get to choose the square. You can only move one square away, basically.
Towards...
Oh, I got you on that one.
I'll do the same thing on that one.
So disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. 17.
Still hits me.
Roll pretty good on
What's his minimum damage?
Minimum is 5.
I'm down.
But let's go ahead and...
Yeah, roll
Yeah.
it.
Just in case.
Not.
What did you take last time?
I've taken 15 points of damage so far.
Yeah, because I can't just freaking get to the frog.
Alright, now we're going to go to... Back to the top. Durhale, go ahead and give me a death saving throw.
I pass.
Excellent. 1 pass. And then it is Tipperton's turn.
I'll go ahead and move down the tree and then take a shot.
Almost ate up all my side points already.
Yeah.
Just trying to avoid the damn creature.
That is...
I'll re-roll that. It was.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that was... I mean, you moved...
What was it? What was it?
It was a 2 or an 18. And you
Oh,
moved-
yeah, if it
you
was
moved
the
the
or,
eraser,
yeah.
and then it just kind of fell to an 18.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Shit.
Well, apparently it was the 2, so
Yeah.
I missed again.
All right, so no problem. There we are. Going to Keyleth. Keyleth's turn.
Rapier. Fuck.
Use a different die. That's what you need to do. Going to Toby's turn. Tobias's.
Come back here! Alright, I'll do Reckless again and see if I can roll higher than a 9. That's a 19. Let's see if I can get that 20. Nope, okay, so that was a 23 to hit it.
Oh, that definitely hits.
That's 8, 4, oh yeah, I've had 2 attacks last round. Because I have 2 attacks as a barbarian, 3, which is it's a raging frenzy. Anyway, so 8, 12 damage, and I'll roll for my second attack that I forgot to do last round. Oh hey, I can roll that as a halfling. That doesn't even count. Okay, so that's a 15. It's a 16, so 21 or 20 to hit on that.
That hits.
Okay. Snake Eye. Oh wait, that's a 1. No, I'm kidding. That's not Snake Eyes. 1, 2, 6 points of damage, and for my bonus action attack. Okay. And okay, so a 16 to hit.
16, actually, that is its armor class.
Yes, that's a hit. Ooh, almost max damage. 11 plus 4, so 15 points of damage.
15, excellent. Let's see. All
right. I'm just gleefully hacking away.
I get to kill something finally.
Finally, yes.
Now, is Tipperton out of the tree?
Yeah, I'm at the base of the tree.
This is what it's based on. This is its weakness, is the fact that it gets...
Well, the leap isn't technically made to be used every round, but go for it. Attack's an opportunity.
Its tongue attack is real lame, so... So...
And it's surrounded.
As good as
And you haven't been hitting. Sorry to do this to Durhale, but boom.
Oh,
Give
shit.
him an automatic fail there. So...
Just a quick question. So does it get that attack, those 2 attacks automatically when it jumps? Like it hits auto,
Yeah.
then it gets the attack.
I'm just giving him one auto fail, is basically...
Okay, I was like,
I'm
oh
not
my
gonna
god,
give him
man.
2, that would be crazy. So there we go.
I was like,
That would just like kill him just right out there.
Like, did you just coup de grace him? Holy
Pretty
shit.
much.
Nope. So there we are. But this is on
Success, one fail.
Tobias.
Well, you're jumping on me, or is this a swipe one?
Well, so I get the attack no matter what. However, you still have to dodge it. So go ahead and give me a dodge.
Well, I was meaning like, is that to hit me with the not the jump, but with the claw attack?
With the claw attack, yeah, it does
You
that
have
as it's
advantage.
falling down. Yeah, I get advantage. Oh
Right,
yeah,
reckless
sorry about
attacks.
that. 12. I think I probably got you there. 12. That would be a total of 17 on the
Yeah, okay,
one.
that would
So I'm
hit me,
pretty sure I got you there. But go ahead and give me your DC is 13.
Dex.
Dex save.
That is a that's a 7.
7. That misses. So you take the additional damage. So the first, the actual attack itself is 4, 5, 6. I got Snake Eyes too. Total of 2 on the crush.
5 total. Or wait, no. Okay, so
Don't stand
one,
next to
I took-
Durhal. You gotta-
I took 4 points of damage. Okay.
And so basically, you would normally have to take a thing to escape. You don't take any extra damage while being, but you can't do any movement. But doing a death saving throw doesn't require any movement. So, yeah, then
So
we're going to go back.
He doesn't take additional damage every round.
No,
Oh,
it's
good.
it just
Okay.
pins you is all he does. Going back to the top, he's actually real squishy. Going back to the top would be Durhale.
Get this frog off me!
That's a success.
That is a pass. Excellent.
2 successes, 1 failure.
Okay, got it. All right, Tipperton's turn. And which square did you want to move to?
Oh, I failed. I thought I was under it.
Oh, you're under it. Okay,
Yeah.
and then you actually have to take a
Yeah.
thing to...
I'll make a shot at it. $16.
That's it. That's his armor class.
Oh yeah, you have +7. Yeah. Oh
Fucking
man.
amazing. Oh god, yeah.
This has a nice amount of hit points.
4 damage.
4?
No.
Minimum. Damn it.
Don't worry. I think we've done this a few times tonight.
It looks pretty beat up right now.
I would hope so. Did like 40 points of damage going around on it.
Finally. Jesus, 19. All right.
That-
Does do I get my sneak attack for him being under him?
He is actually
pinned.
incapacitated right now, so no, he would not be. He's not.
Yeah.
If he were not incapacitated.
4 points. 4 points.
So you basically the thing goes up to leap again, and you take it, and you take your sword, and you completely hit him in that little ribbit thing that goes, you know, that in his neck, and you slice it open, and then he basically is gonna eventually land on Tipperton, the crazy beast, then does a leap around over your head and just lands right behind you. You slash a little bit of its stomach too, and it falls down dead.
Kill stealing bastard.
And then yeah.
It was mine.
And then
And remember, you could do a test. What do they call those?
6 hit points back.
This is a poor time to take a nap.
The fairy lady comes over and she says, "Oh, thank you so much. Those are in. We just have to abandon the village every time one of those attacks."
Oh, we totally let this thing kill them all. We have no problems.
They
don't know what I'm saying.
I don't have telepathy contact with her right now.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, then she goes. She speaks incredibly quickly.
I connect back with her.
And she's like mid-thought because she thinks it's still working. So she says, we usually just go away for about a week and then we come back. That's what you hear.
I'm sorry. I missed some of that. What was the first part?
Those things are incredibly deadly. I don't know how you killed them. We've never killed one ever. We just have to abandon the village whenever these things attack.
Well, thankfully we came at the right time.
She goes ahead and she casts Cure Light Wounds on you.
Oh my god.
11 back to you.
There you go.
Almost back to full. Just from those 2 healed.
Hey.
And she says,
Thank you. That feels much better.
Now, you said you needed to go back to your place. Do you need to go there now, or do you want to stay another day and rest?
From the sounds of what you're talking about, the time thing, I think it's best if we go back now.
She says, "Oh, that's all right. I can help you. I can help you get back there, orient yourself back to the big tree." So yeah, you go to.
What about the axes? We need the axes.
Oh yeah, you can take those. Can you guys carry those? Or that's too heavy.
Yeah.
How many are there? Like 10?
Only 5.
Yeah, a good amount.
No, there's only 5 because I shot an arrow at the 5th one and they all dropped.
Oh,
but they have all the old ones too.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, they have a pile of axes, so it's enough for you to carry kind of 2 bundles of sticks between your arms and carry them out. So yeah, you're able to do it.
Okay. I'm fatigued, so.
And she says, "Oh, come this way," and she bolts off into a direction that, and it's not that way. She's not going that direction. She's going this direction is where she's going. And following her is about 5 other fairies, her little entourage of pixies and fairies that follow her.
Where are we going? It's the wrong way.
I'm going to assume she knows where she's going.
And surprisingly, it doesn't. Surprisingly, it doesn't take too horribly long to actually get to the tree. It takes about an hour to get there. She apparently knew a little wormhole to go through, apparently. And you never come across the slugs or anything like that. And then eventually you do find that tree.
I hate this place.
And she says, "Well, I owe you more than you'd imagine. That it just killed only one of us. Usually it kills us about a quarter of our village every time those attack." She says, "Take this." And she hands over it looks literally like she's handing you a leaf that is pierced, and it has a little chain around it that's incredibly thin, an incredibly thin chain. And you might, if you put it around your neck, it would be almost restrictive almost. And she hands it to you and drops it in your hand.
We can mark the trees with those. They can hang them from the branches, the lowest limbs.
And she says, "Well, I'm going to open the portal."
Hold on. Do you have more of these?
Says, "Well, that was personally mine, but," and you can tell it was her size basically.
Thank you. I'm just saying you could use these to mark the trees.
Oh, those are worth a lot. I can't make those too often.
Okay.
But
Are you repeating any of this?
Yeah.
They can make a vine with a leaf through it version and hang those on the trees. They don't have to be the magical thing or whatever this is.
I blink it to her. I relay that.
she says that I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'll cherish this.
She says, "I hope to see you again someday. Goodbye."
Hopefully.
And she says, "You want to go down there very quickly because it'll close very shortly."
We need to go fast.
We run on down?
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
breathing really heavily. I am exhausted. I'm fatigued.
All right, and here is the description of leaving the Feywild. Climb down the root ladder and walk through the root-covered tunnel back to the material plane. As you make your way up the natural ladder, your vision begins to white out. When you come to, you're laying on the ground. It's very dark. There is no moon at all in the sky. You are also not in the huge tree. The open, dark sky is above you. As you get up, you notice that a polypore mushroom has sprung up around you, and a few vines have grown over your body. You feel very well rested. As you sit up, snapping a few of the young vines, you notice that you are inside of an ancient deciduous tree stump, identical in every way to the one that brought you to the land of the fairies. The tree looks as though it died long, long ago. The only remnants of the ancient tree is a hollowed stump 3 foot tall. The ancient tree stump is distinctly a deciduous tree, and all around you stand tall evergreens. You are home.
Yeah.
It's dark out. It's very, very dark out.
Does this look like anything that we left this place?
Not at all. Not at all. You're definitely... And if you want to take nature checks, that'd be perfectly fine. Yeah. One thing is, as far as you like you have a polypore mushroom growing between your fingers, and you pull it up. There's only one way that could have happened is if you laid on the ground for a few weeks.
$17.
17. Only people. Do you have nature?
I have all the knowledges, but I didn't get that. But that's good.
Oh, what was your total?
11.
11. You have that. So what was yours?
17.
17. Okay. You both figure out that you are in the realm of. They're in the general area of Mirabar. You would guess. I mean, basically, you'd be around Olka. You're not in that weird forest anymore, but that was on the material plane. You're in a evergreen forest. All the animals are normal. Everything's normal. Except for that deciduous tree that's growing, that was once stood here a long time ago and basically has rotted out and is probably maybe 3 foot tall or so, and you're laying inside of it. It looks...
And it's been cut down.
Maybe not cut down, but could have been potentially years and years ago. But it looks like it's just naturally fallen over, and
Okay.
the tree itself is completely gone, and you're just in the stump.
Okay.
The remnants of the stump.
Do we remember everything?
Everything completely. Everything completely.
Why are there vines on me?
This isn't.
What the
right.
hell, Durhale?
This isn't right.
And it's a new moon, or it's a
Where
there's
the
no
hell's the moon at?
Yeah, it was full moon last time you were here.
Swear to God, we should have killed him.
It'd have to be daytime before I can really know.
There's no moon. There might not be a sun.
I highly doubt that.
You know which way north is, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Oh, where are we then?
We are pretty much where we were.
With my natural explorer and wanderer feat, would I know this is basically where we went in?
Essentially, I mean, you're fairly sure. You where you went in though was a deciduous forest that didn't make any sense it being there. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, you're basically in the keep on the Borderlands area. As far as the flora, the fauna is concerned, the moon being in a different phase is very odd. You'd guess you're on Toriel, and of course you know which way north is. So that's important things. As far as time goes, it's maybe maybe 2 o'clock at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I probably won't know since we woke up at a certain point.
Yeah.
I mean, I could guess I can look at constellations to even see what season it is.
Yeah, everything's completely normal. Yeah, I mean, it's, so who had the highest nature roll? You had
You did.
what was the total?
17.
Oh, 17, so it's over 15. You can tell that the season's advanced. It's the polypore mushroom that was between one of your guys' fingers as you lifted it up. it's something that usually happens a little bit further into the year.
And guys, we may have a problem here.
No shit.
Yes.
Because I believe it's further in the season than when we left. Like, significantly.
Maybe not significantly. It's
They
maybe a
drugged
month
us.
or so. If
Significantly.
yeah, not a day. So it's been a little while.
Well,
I think we need to book it back to Olka and try to find out what happened, how long has passed.
yeah.
Gonna kill that fairy if I ever see it again.
I'm gonna look at the constellation and see, kind of judge where exactly we are and which way. Like, I know which way is north, but I need to know like where exactly we are.
You're saying you could tell you're in the same hemisphere for sure. As far as like being on that map that I have, you wouldn't be able to. A constellation wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Can we see
that
the
far.
mountain ranges to the north?
Yeah,
too
very
dark.
much.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
It's too
yeah.
dark.
That's
It's
too dark. It is
too dark.
nighttime out. Yeah.
Well, there are stars though. Stars.
Yeah, yeah.
There'd
But you
be a black spot.
We're
where
also
stars
in the
aren't.
middle
said-
of a forest, though, so I mean, unless
Yeah,
they're
it'd be kinda
towering
hard.
like the Tetons right over us, I mean, there's still
Okay.
a distance.
You said we got a full night's rest though.
Oh yes, yes. You are
doesn't
back to full. Everything is all your hit points are back to normal.
Well, one good thing, I guess.
All right. So what is our plan?
I guess we're gonna try to get back to Olka if we know where the hell we're at.
I've got a pretty good idea where we're at. I think I can get us back there.
Yeah, I would.
As far as the direction, which way are we going? And you do have
Oh,
your
what about
map.
the axes? Are they rotted or anything? I mean, they're wooden handles, so they've been sitting outside.
They are actually perfectly fine.
Okay.
Which direction are we going?
Back towards Olka.
East, I guess,
That'd
because we're
be-
west of it.
Yeah, east.
So east. Okay. Yeah. You eventually work your way back east, and eventually come to that clear cut. You know you're in Olka now.
Yeah.
You head on back to the village, and everybody's sleeping. Perfectly normal. You'd
Take
guess.
At least 2 to 3 hours, so 5 o'clock, so.
One thing for sure, as far as the timing goes, you're in the middle of a month. You don't know what month, but you're in the middle of a month. It seems a little bit warmer out, but not a significant difference. There is nobody really up at this time. It's really, really early in the morning.
It seems warmer.
It's slightly.
Are the trees cleared more?
No, not really. I mean,
So there's not any, like...
well, that would be far away from the town itself. The town itself is in the center of a gargantuan clear cut, and there's a few trees right by Olka itself, but every direction around it is a clear cut, so you'd have to go inspect the tree line and stuff.
okay.
It's tough to tell.
Okay.
So.
So we just start up a fire in the middle of town and wait for people to start waking up.
Okay, yeah. And you are incredibly rested. Like, you couldn't even go to sleep if you wanted to. So you start up a fire, and eventually people start waking up and coming out, and people recognize you. They know who you are. And eventually people get... it's kind of like you're...
I pile the axes off to the side, like maybe like 10, 15 feet away from the fire.
Okay.
How many did we get?
Oh, well, I'll tell you in a minute. And Bernard comes back, and he says, where have you been?
What day is it?
Well, it's the...
This is in his mind too.
Well, it's the 15th
Of
of Kythorn.
which is how far?
That's 1 month. So you've basically gone 15 days in the future is where you've gone. So you are now the 15th of Kythorn. You were about to go to the 1st of Kythorn. You are now at the 15th, which is the darkest day of the month. Explaining the... All right. So he says, where have you been?
somewhere. Let's. We've got your access back. Did you encounter any sort of unusual vines on branches of trees
Well, when were we supposed to see this?
recently?
Actually, no, because remember how it worked. For them, it was every day. For us, it was once a month.
We were gone for
And if
about
it's
half-
been
15
1
days.
month, then
Probably hasn't happened yet.
or it would. So it may start next month. Would be my assumption.
I was gonna say probably at the end of this
is when
month.
they'll start showing up.
Right.
Bernard,
Now, how can you scare me like that? Running away in the forest for 15 days? What were you guys thinking?
hold on for a bit of information. And I relayed to him everything that's happened since we left at the beginning or the end of last month.
You know, that's a stupidly handy ability.
I
Yeah,
know.
I know. It really is.
He says, "This is the first time I do not believe you one bit. One bit." He says, the captain in the keep, Talbot, was asking for you. There's all sorts of people asking for you. Apparently there's this person that's looking for you. I can't remember his name. It started with a P.
I point over to the pile of
That's
axes. I'm like, we got your axes.
I see that. How did you do that? Did you find him out in the woods?
The guy you're speaking of is Pascal, but, what was the question?
Well, where have you been walking around in the woods for 15 days? I mean, I guess
what
looking...
he showed you was the truth.
I don't think that exists. How can...
Can I see the chain?
Oh, yeah,
Well, the 15
I
of
looked for it.
persuasion. It's true.
He goes, that seemed a little far-fetched, but I did see you guys in it.
I get out the chain.
We don't have the ability to create that.
And it does look very, very odd. He looks at it and he says, "Where'd you get this? From the lady there?"
Yes.
Hmm.
Just before we came back.
Well, it's pretty.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it does yet. I haven't had time to really think about it. It was more of situating myself to where we were at the time.
And at the end of the month, you'll start seeing these on trees that you're not allowed to cut down.
Oh, well, why? Oh, so basically, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so we don't cut certain trees down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way you don't destroy their homes.
Yeah, they're stealing your
Because-
axes because you were cutting down their homes. Somehow, magically, it cuts down their house in the other place.
Huh.
This is a whole bunch of bullshit.
And if you cut down their homes, they'll attack.
Oh,
Yeah, which, holler if you need some help.
I'll do. I'm not going to let that happen. I didn't know we were under threat. I just thought we were having axe thefts.
Well, they were under threat from your clearing, not on purpose, is what I tried to explain. But, so in about 15 days, you'll see weird vines on trees that you shouldn't cut down.
Okay. Well,
So just be extra careful.
Well, either way, it was real good to see you and hear from you. Don't ever do that again. Don't just run off into a crazy portal again. Let's eat breakfast. Thank you for watching Keep on the Borderlands. Once again, please like and subscribe to Opportunity Attacks so you never miss an episode.